Now, Sri Bhalchandra, Dr. Bhalchandra Mungekar.
I strongly support the calling attention motion moved by Mr. Rajya and strongly oppose, very strongly oppose the BJP government's intention to dismantle the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Sir, the most important point in this, and I beg to submit to this House, Planning Commission has involved days together while finalizing the logistics of this scheme. And fortunately, I was involved personally as member of the Planning Commission. The most important point missing in this entire debate is, with all due regard to the predecessor, those who spoke, it is the demand-driven scheme. During last 15 years, the rate at which the country's GDP is growing, employment is not growing. That's why basically we call technical in economics, employment elasticity of growth is declining and agriculture it is negative. The question is, the statement which is given by Honorable Minister is absolutely away from the intention of Mr. Rajya when he moved the motion. There are two things. One, dismantling the schemes, and second, improving the logistics of the scheme. Logistics of the scheme, each and every person in the country, not only member of parliament, even any sensible person, and I consider myself sensible, wants substantial improvement in the implementation of the scheme. But government intention is to dismantle this scheme, and which I oppose totally. I also surprised that the Socialist Party in the name of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia is singularly opposing this scheme and creating misunderstanding and the trade-off between agricultural development and farmers' prosperity and the poor employment guarantee scheme meant for the poor. Sir, dismantling of this scheme will be totally anti-rural poor measure. It will be totally anti-scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people, and it will be totally against the anti-women poor. Now the question is, please let me speak. Please let me speak. You refer to him, please. Sir, the question is, 50% of the households, they are scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Who are the poor in the country? Members of parliament, the speaker, the prime minister, the president, the IAS officers, for whom we have periodically appointed the pay commissions. We are talking of the assets and we are talking about the expenditure. How much amount we have spent on the employment guarantee scheme during the last 7 years? 1,85,000 crores of rupees total expenditure during the last 7 or 8 years. And today the statement is given by Mr. Raghuram Rajan, Reserve Bank of India's governor. Total non-performing assets, of which the main defaulters are the people, those who are the crony capitalists, 2,36,600 crores. Whose interest we are protecting? The sovereign body of the people, whose interest we are protecting? We are debating for last 60 years the problem of poverty. Who are the poor? Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, widows, orphans, disabled people, illiterate people, unskilled people. Let this house be debating this important issue. We can't fight this issue of poverty by neglecting the claims of the poor people. Sir, please give me 2 minutes more. I beg your pardon, because my mind and heart, both of them involved in this. We are discussing the issue of poverty without discussing who are the poor people in this country. Sir, the entire country, I observed for last 40 years, as a sensible student of economics, last 60 years, despite some improvement in the standard of living of the poor people, is basically functioning of the top 30% echelons of the society, of which business community, the politicians, the bureaucracy, the traders, the wholesale traders, including the people's representatives. In this house, we take 2,000 rupees allowance daily by disrupting the house and signing that. At that time, we are not talking of productive assets. And who is against the creation of the productive assets? Within 41, 49 and 51, that ratio also you can productive assets. That's what we want basically is the improvement of the scheme to eliminate the irregularities, to remove the corruption, to remove the backholes, the loopholes in the scheme. But because of the scheme, we are throwing baby along with the bath water. Sir, in my maiden speech, I am completing in 1 minute. Please don't disturb. Thank you very much. In my maiden speech on 4th May 2010, I had quoted Ambedkar in this house. After 29 September 1949, the last day when the Constituent Assembly adopted the Constitution. And I repeat it, let us not take this issue very serious, very, very casually. 250 districts are suffering from Naxal violence. I condemn Naxal violence. But where from Naxal violence is coming? Why IAS officers' children, they are not Naxalites? Why only tribals are Naxalites? Why members of parliament children, they are not Naxalites? Why president and prime minister sons and daughters are now? Who is Naxalite? Naxalite, they are suffering from deprivation. They are suffering from disappointment because of unemployment, because of destitution. This country, they will take to the salvage. They will take the country at the gunpoint. And people will come one day out of the gate of the parliament to demand 50% of the allowances that we are getting in this parliament. That is why I want the minister to respond that either when we are talking of the promising the अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं, I wish them the best. If they really want to bring अच्छे दिन, then definitely we shall be with them. But because of अच्छे दिन, bringing बुरे दिन, people will not tolerate at all, and people will throw this government out of power before they complete their term. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.